Hello, and thanks for tuning in to In the News here at globaltalkradio.com. Well, today we have with us Al Cannistra. He's a realtor from San Antonio, Texas. He's been in the business for over 5 years and is with Keller Williams Heritage, the largest brokerage in South Texas. Al holds many credentials and certifications, but he asked me not to quote them all here today. However, you can look at his website for more on that. Al has been a property tax arbitrator in Texas since the process was approved by the Texas State Legislature over 4 years ago. So today we will discuss buying and selling a home, homeowners insurance, and property taxes. Can't wait to get started. Al, welcome to the program.
Kevin, thanks for having me here today.
Well, let's jump in with the most frequently asked question. Is now a good time to buy or sell a home?
Any time is a good time to buy or sell a home, but now is an exceptional time, the likes of which we may never see again. Prices are down, interest rates are extremely low, making housing more affordable than it has been in a long time. I'm encouraging folks that are financially responsible and able to buy now because that window of opportunity is just not going to last forever.
And why is that?
Right now it's a crazy market, and it's hard to know what to do. Sometimes I hear current owners say that they could have gotten more money for the house just a few years ago, and they're right. But they go on to say that they will hold on to their home until prices go back up, and that's not necessarily the best decision. If your finances are strong enough to buy the new house and you can afford the lifestyle, consider that the price of the new home is going up at the same time as the one you have now. For example, if you have a house at $200,000 and interest prices are rising at X percentage a year, and your new home is $300,000, the percentages are going up in the same way, but on a different basis. So that gap kind of widens.
Yeah, good point. Well, so let's say that you've made the decision to buy a house, or you're looking at the possibility at least of buying a house. What's the first thing you should do?
The first thing you want to do is get your finances in order. Make sure that your credit scores qualify and clear up anything on your credit report that could be an issue. And you probably want to have a preliminary conversation with a mortgage person to see what mortgage amount you would qualify for. You don't need to get approved at that point, but at least have an idea of what your price range is so you go shopping at your price range, no disappointments later.
Well, and do you recommend looking for a fixed or an adjustable mortgage?
Each case is unique. If you're going to be in the house less than 5 years, look at an adjustable. It could save you some money. But certainly if you're going to stay longer, given that interest rates are so low right now, go for the permanent one.
Well, okay, so you're getting your family finances in order. You're working on your budget. What's the real cost of owning a home?
It's not just the cost of the mortgage. It's the mortgage principal, interest, tax, homeowners insurance, water, gas, electric, all your utilities, and then maintenance and repairs. And, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but you need to be prepared for surprises. In other words, things break. Some folks choose to carry a homeowner's warranty to kind of lessen the impact of any potential repairs. Personally, I always keep one on the air conditioning and the heating units because those can be big bucks.
Yeah, absolutely. And so where's the right place to start your search?
Today we find that about 90% of buyers actually begin their search on the Internet. You might want to combine that with a neighborhood trip to discover an area that you like or a couple of areas that you like and just see if it feels right. Once you've got that down, take a look, go back to the Internet, take a look at schools and churches and shopping and anything else that's important to you because you're talking about making a huge investment in a big part of your life.
Now, do you recommend then taking the next step on your own, or are you supposed to find someone to work with and represent you?
Find yourself a professional realtor. If you haven't worked with anybody, ask around, ask family, friends, coworkers for a referral. If nobody has anyone that they're recommending, you can walk into a real estate office, but interview your candidates. As a matter of fact, you might want to interview 2 or 3 candidates and see where it just feels right.
Well, in today's market, there are so many properties that are available. What should a prospective buyer be looking for as far as like a quality home purchase?
Always look for the quality of construction, the materials used, builder's reputation. And if you're buying a resale house and the home was well maintained by the current owner, that's a plus on the value side. Now, if you're buying a fixer-upper or a bank repossession. Watch what you're doing. Make sure that the price you're paying is correctly related to the value of the house you're getting.
Excellent point. Well, that leads us to the question of, do you recommend buying a resale or a new house?
Definitely a personal choice. A resale home is going to come with all the bushes and trees and perhaps window treatments and a lot of extras that you don't find in a new home, and you're going to have to go out and buy if they're not there. But a new home has everything like new product warranties, even on the home itself. So depending on your situation, the new one could be a better choice. But whatever you do, and this is something I tell all of my clients, stay within your means. Don't overspend. You want to have extra money at the end of the month, not be burdened with maintaining a house.
Now, how about people on the other side of the equation? How does someone begin the process of selling a home?
Again, ask for family, friends, referrals. Of course, if you had a realtor that you did business with when you bought your home and that person did a great job, hopefully you've stayed in touch and you're going to call that person back. They know you. You've already got the relationship going.
Now, I promised we were going to talk a little bit about homeowner insurance. And I understand there was a consumer who wrote in asking, well, why do insurance companies always want to insure my house for more than it's worth? What's your answer to that?
Well, first of all, I don't sell insurance. I'm not licensed and I'm not qualified, so any answer here is just going to be layman's terms.
Okay.
Insurance is meant to cover construction value, and what that means is if something catastrophic happens and you have to replace the home, you have to have enough insurance to replace that home. So if you buy a house and you're in an area where the market value is $150 a square foot, and you take that same house and put it in an area where the market value is $35 a square foot, the cost to rebuild the house is going to be essentially the same, with maybe an exception on the variation on the site, the terrain, for example. So if the guy that is got that house at $35 a square foot and the insurance company says you have to pay X, he's going to be thinking that he is insuring for more than the value. No, he's insuring for the replacement value. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is find a good insurance agent and keep him or her. It almost sounds like what I say on real estate agents, but give you an example, personal relationships here. Since I've been in San Antonio, I've used a guy at State Farm by the name of Tim Lucas. It's been 6 years. Prior to that, in Chicago, I had another State Farm agent by the name of Greg Shalakas. I've known him since the mid-'80s, and we still keep in touch by email just about weekly. I trust both of those guys. They're part of the total financial package in my world.
Well, are you sure you're not selling insurance?
No, Kevin, I'd get in trouble for sure. I just have strong feelings on relationships. And, it's a great opportunity to also remind everybody, if you have a condo, there's special kind of insurance for you. If you're a renter or a future homeowner, insurance for you too. Get yourself a good agent that you trust.
Well, earlier we talked about the real cost of owning a home. What can a homeowner do to fight high property taxes?
Well, I can only speak to property taxes in Texas. I can't address other states. In Texas, we put in a process known as property tax arbitration. And very simply, if the property owner cannot come to an agreement with the county appraisal district or the review board, they can file for a process known as arbitration, and it becomes a binding process. The appraisal board has to agree to it. They both come before this arbitrator, and a decision is rendered. For more information on that one, I have a public service site that I have on the Internet called TexasTaxArbitration.com.
Excellent information. We're actually out of time, but Al, I want to thank you very much for being here today and for your insight into the real estate market, whether you're buying or selling a home. Listeners, his website for more information is www.mysatexas.com. And there you'll also find a link to his property tax arbitration site and much more information about real estate there. So, Al, thanks very much for being part of our program.
Thank you, Kevin.